Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Girls Trip. Yep, that movie. With three black women going on a trip to New Orleans and having a ball together, and yeah, I wanted to go see it because it looked really fun, and you know what? It's one of the funniest movies I've seen this whole entire year, and made me laugh probably the most out of any movie this whole entire year, which is kind of crazy. This film is directed by Malcolm D. Lee, and the energy and the fun factor that he brings to this film, not once do you feel like there isn't high energy and you're just in something to have fun and it actually hits you. Not once through this 2 hour film, mind you, there's so much energy. The pacing was great. I never once felt bored ever through this whole entire film. And one of the biggest things is it had such a great consistent tone to it. It went places and you knew it was going to keep going to those places again. And it was able to even go to darker places and real places and meaningful emotional places and really hit and be heartfelt and make you feel for these characters. Just like, holy crap, did not expect that out of this movie. I thought this was just going to be a female version of a raunchy comedy, but you really do care for everybody. These four women are fantastic friends who have great chemistry and all have their own sense of charisma, and they're just such a joy to watch. And Malcolm D. Lee was able to bottle that and make that really happen. Now, Greg Gardner, who did the cinematography, it's obnoxiously high gloss and artificial looking, and I don't like that in a movie. It just doesn't look beautiful. It doesn't look appealing. It's just like, ooh, turn it down a notch. So that kind of knocked it for me. One of the few things that I actually have against this movie, because I don't have a whole lot. And then the writing, Kenya Barris and Tracy Oliver, the characters in this film, these four main women, are so great and such distinct personalities, and they're so believable together as best friends and as the people that they are. And they all of them get their moments to make you laugh hysterically, and that's wonderful, balancing all of that. In terms of the story, now, if this movie wasn't so funny, the second act might have lagged a bit for me, because there's a good chunk of this film that doesn't have a real sense of drive to a particular purpose. They're there for this weekend, you're just going along with them this weekend, not building to a particular thing until later on, but it was so funny and so much fun and engaging that I could let that slide a bit. But some of the scenes felt really like, hey, I'm in a movie, cliche kind of thing, and that took me out of it a bit. But now I'm getting to the dialogue, the jokes, the gags, everything. This movie is so irrationally funny. There's things that should not have been funny. Two women, count you, hanging above a bunch of people peeing on them. That was hilarious. Don't know why. It's because of these women and their acting and their performance and the direction. It just made it funny. And they went so far with certain jokes that should not have been funny, yet they were. And this movie was absolutely hilarious from start to finish. It got so loud in the theater. I actually missed some of the lines, to be perfectly honest, because people were laughing so much. And they went there. They didn't pull anything back in this movie, and it was better for that. It went there, it owned it, and it had that real sense of personality to it. And that's the most important thing about a movie, is it owns the movie that it is. And in terms of themes, this really hits on friendships, and something really deep is compromise in relationships and compromising your life on certain things. And this got pretty deep at certain parts that really were affecting me, and I really liked that. It really engrossed me in the film. Now, the acting, Regina Hall and Queen Latifah both did a really good job in this film, and they were the more semi-straight characters to the comedy group, but they had their moments too, and they did a really good job. But Jada Pinkett Smith and Tiffany Haddish, these two were so funny, especially Tiffany Haddish. She stole this whole entire movie. You know who I'm talking about, the booty hoe one from the trailer. Somehow that joke was funny in context. Jeez. And she just stole the show. She had such amazing energy and charisma to just own this movie, but not enough to take away from the other three actresses, and in particular Jada Pinkett Smith, who really stands out in this movie. From an acting perspective, everyone else did a nice job. The one person that I was a little disappointed with was Mike Coulter, Luke Cage, and he seemed a little awkward in some of the moments and didn't seem very believable. And you could say that was part of his character, but it didn't feel that way. There's moments where it just felt he didn't seem super comfortable acting in this film. But overall, this film is legitimately one of the funniest movies I've seen all this year. I really enjoyed Rough Night. This movie is better than that. And I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Rough Night as much as I did, but I did really enjoy this. Honestly, the only straight up comedy that I think is better than this is The Big Sick. And that's a movie that was getting like huge reviews from festivals and stuff like that. So, high praise for Girls Trip, and I'm going to give Girls Trip an A minus.